Hello and welcome to Keeping It Real. I'm David Grossman. It's great to be here on Sunday morning. It's Remembrance Day, everybody, and oh my, I almost forgot, and boy, did I take a beating for that one. But we did start, it's 11:02, so we took some time out here in the studio. We took 2 minutes at 11 o'clock, and we gave some thought to the people who gave their lives over the years here from Canada and from World War I. I'm just going to take a moment to read this. Remembrance Day marks the anniversary of the official end of World War I hostilities. On November the 11th, 1918, World War I was a massive conflict played out over the whole globe, but particularly in Europe, where troops from Canada supported the Allied forces. So we take a moment today and at 11 o'clock today to remember those who've given their life and who are still fighting overseas for freedom and for Canada. We have a very exciting show for you today. I'm really excited. We've got some great guests here in the studio. It's our first time doing a show on a Sunday. I have with me first up is Dr. Daniel Rad. Here's a man who I've known for a long time. I'm going to call him a healer. I don't know if he would use that word. He's got a number of titles and a very long list of credentials. But we're going to talk to him today, especially about finding effective solutions to resolve business and financial issues caused by physical, emotional, and physiological illness. I know that's a topic we could probably spend a very long time speaking about, but he will be here again next month and the month after, so I'm sure we're going to learn a lot, and I'm very happy to have Dr. Rad being here on the show. Also, we have with us today, we have Harry Stinson. He's in the studio with us. Many of you will have heard the name or know of Harry Stinson's work. I think he's a revolutionary in the development industry, in some of the projects that he's worked on here in Toronto, the candy factory lofts, and in others. He has really made a name for himself and I think had a serious effect on the market itself, on the way we live and see condos with lofts and different things. And he's still cooking. He's got some projects he's working on in Hamilton. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about his career and some of his current projects that he's working on in Hamilton. Finally, we also have Gene Meandro from Lighthouse Inspections, who's come in despite recently having surgery on his ankle. He's here in the studio. He's brought his son. He's brought his infrared gun. And we're going to talk to him and learn some things about inspecting homes and inspecting buildings and why it is you need to have an inspector who has the latest available technology, including an infrared gun. He's got it here, and hopefully he's not going to shoot anybody with it. But in any case, let's start off with Dr. Rad. Dr. Rad, I've known you from another show where I used to talk about mortgages and things, and you've been in the public eye, and you have helped so many people I know over the years. Tell us a bit about your practice, the kinds of things that you do to help people.
My medical background, I'm MD, general surgeon from Europe, Italy, and we call that MDS International. I'm trained in many different alternative medical fields. And as you said, people, they can go to my website, curesallergy.com, and see my medical credentials. Now, the reason I say, because I believe I am very sophisticated in medicine. My medical background backs me up in order to put a really nice, precise diagnosis. And when diagnosis is okay, then we find out solution and treatment, and then prognosis. So I'm trained in many medical fields, and one of them is the first one I'm trained is TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, and acupuncture therapy. I became doctorate in this field before I become MD. Now, then here we go. I start to learn more and more because I realized that just being graduate from medical school doesn't solve most of problems. And I was telling to my patient that, yeah, you are sleeping very well at home, telling that, okay, hospital is there, and doctors are there, surgery room is there, so I'm fine. But you don't know that They are there just for emergency case if you couldn't do anything. But what you can do is you can be your own doctor. Find out who you are, what are you doing, how are you thinking, and what are your problems in your life. I say that if you do a self-evaluation to see personally, physically, financially, emotionally, politically, sexually, whatever you name, then you can find your own problems. And when you find your own problems, you are the first person who can help yourself very well.
So you really believe in a holistic approach. I mean, you started off, you are a medical doctor.
Yes.
But you have a very unconventional practice.
Yeah, very unconventional practice associated with conventional practice, based on conventional practice. In medical field, we see human being as a, let's say, I'm sorry my word, as a, let's say, machine, as a car, let's say. And each part of this car, when has problem, the doctor of car, who is called mechanic, will find out, just replace it or fix it and put it back. Doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the part of the car. But he will tell you that if we don't do this part, change and replace, in future may affect other part and so on. Finally, you have to put your car in junkyard. But we cannot put human being in junkyard. So we have to take a look at the human being as a whole. In other words, my heart is working to keep alive my stomach is working to keep alive my kidney, and so on.
So everything's connected, including emotions and our thoughts?
Yeah. Emotions and thoughts, let's say, we talk about conscious mind, unconscious mind, mind in body, mind-body relationship. Most of people, they talk about it and they believe it, but they don't know how to practice it. They don't know how to use it. And one of the mysteries that human being doesn't know, or does know but not that good enough to keep the person successful in business by any means, in life, personal life, and so on, is they don't know how to use that powerhouse that is located in their body, in their mind. And when I ask, where is mind? Nobody can say, where is mind?
Powerhouse meaning your mind?
Mind, yeah, unconscious mind, which is powerhouse. Powerhouse is unconscious mind, is, let's say, superpower, creativity, intuition, let's say, yeah, all these stuff sitting
so
there.
It's like people living on the surface.
They live on the surface. They don't know how to use that. And our unconscious mind is sophisticated center to give us all informations, all solutions, all answers to our problems and questions. But we don't know how to use it. The reason I like to be here today, and you are in real estate business and money, financial, whatever, we see if you ask somebody, how are you doing? I don't know, business is not doing well, income is not that good enough. I remember I was doing some seminar, I asked, okay, one of the spiritual practice was this, to breaking the board and going through breaking the limiting life and fear and worries and so on.
Breaking the board like with the
with
karate chop.
Karate chop. And one of the guys wrote down, I like to be able to pay my bills. So that was really a sad signal for me, how lower-minded could be this guy, thinking about how to pay the bill. Doesn't think about how to make money to pay the bill and overhead. He was just thinking about how to pay the bill. Now, this is the way most of people, they think. I remember I had a patient 16, 17 years ago, real estate agent. I have many, many real estate agents, patients, they come to me. And he was telling that business is not doing well, I cannot do sales and so on. And I look at him and say, John, that's not you. I know many of you. And at least I see on the road, I go home and back and forth to office. Today sign is there, the day after is sold. What are you talking about?
Right.
So, but anyway, I went back and investigated his past emotional history. Was related to many traumas, negative emotional traumas, psychological traumas, negative thoughts and beliefs was holding him behind. So this is a message to all real estate agents. You know, David, I do business counseling, I do family counseling, family issues, I do person-to-person. Meantime, I do alternative medicine. Now, I will talk at the end about what is the alternative medicine specifically. Please remind me. Then I advise them to come to do negative emotional release treatment, which is based on energy medicine. It's not psychology, it's not psychotherapy, it's nothing related to this. This technique specifically is having a patient to have access to his own softwares, to his own database, and find out the main reasons that limiting life and beliefs factors, and then guiding the patient to release them, let go.
So it's not a talk therapy.
No, it's not talk therapy based on energy medicine, quantum physics. This is the one of the subjects, one of the way I work in medicine is called energy medicine. So in 2-3 hours of treatment, he became not just emotionally positive, and in next 3 months, he didn't have time to come for treatment. When I call, normally I follow up, I call them, John, where are you? Why you are not coming? Doctor, I'm so busy, I cannot come. Thank you for your help. Business is doing great. Now, just I want to say, David, that you know very well, negative thoughts, negative beliefs, negative thinkings, normally they block, they are limiting life factors. I cannot do, business is not doing well. We call that suggestion and auto-suggestion. If you think negative, right away you are saving, not knowingly, you are saving the same statement in your database. And unconscious mind, which is database, normally when has time, most of time has time to run the negative program, start to run the negative programs. Put in mind something negative, drive from here, I guarantee you will have the same problem. Sooner or later, depends how deep, how intense you are thinking about it. Keep it positive. If you keep positive, think positive, you will see all positive comes in.
Right.
Even using words like swearing and using damn or such, all of them, they are auto-suggestion. When you get angry to somebody, somebody makes you sad, it doesn't mean that he made you sad. That means you allow yourself first to get sad. Okay? Thinking about how are you doing? Oh, I'm not doing well. Today I had headache.
Right.
So why you had headache? I don't know. Who has to know? Somebody must know. Who got headache? You. You are the first person you have to know. Because you allow yourself. You open the venue, you open the vase that Mr. Headache come in and sit in your head or such a problem. Now, this is very important. In future, we will have really good business relationship in order to make the people to be very successful in their life. Now, here we put down that how to resolve business and financial issues caused by physical, emotional, and psychological problems. Put it this way, if somebody, big businessman, very successful businessman, gets involved in car accident and gets some problem, cannot go to work. Okay, here we go. One big problem, cannot go to work. Second, the pain and worries about what will happen, about the prognosis, will keep his mind busy and take the mind away from business, so business will be affected. Okay,
right.
Now it's not just physical. When we talk physical, bone and joint and muscle, physical means anything mass that we can touch. Somebody has heart problems, somebody has liver problems, somebody has thyroid problem, and for each of them there is some negative thoughts and beliefs. I always say, Zelda knows that there is no any disease, David.
And by Zelda, you're talking about this radio show that you've been
every day. I have 5
every
minutes
day for
last 16 years.
16 years, yeah.
I say there is no any disease, illness, symptom, syndrome, which is not created, which is not initiated, which is not supported by negative thoughts and negative beliefs or negative emotional traumas. Negative emotional trauma is applied on people who we are. I am one of the people. If I open my negative gaze, all negativity will come. We are in connection with universe, with superpower, and superpower called super unconscious mind. We have our unconscious mind relation with unconscious, super unconscious mind. If we meditate and we think properly, creativity starts to work. Put there right question, one-way question, no doubt, no ifs, no maybes, no mights, straightforward question, and just take 10 minutes, 15 minutes time every single day. Ask question, the same question. Answer is there. Solution is there. Very well. Now, psychological problems caused by enemies. We are human beings and toxic enemies. So we are, psychological problems. They are the most toxic material that we are digesting. We are eating and digesting mentally. If somebody is depressed, angry, mad, or sad, or whatever you name it, for sure is affecting the business. If Mr. John was not afraid of fathers and teachers and bullies in past, and feeling low self-confidence, losing the confidence and self-creativity was crossed off, erased by all those negativities, cannot make up his mind, cannot decide, even in right way may go wrong. So
yeah, no, I mean, I've recently met somebody who, I've seen the quality of their work, and they're just so bright, so intelligent, but they're just so mixed up with certain psychological fears and phobias, it seems, that their life is being held back by, huge amount.
We are designed, what the architecture or engineer who designed human being will be the most number one designer and builder. And when I think about physiology, psychology, and communication system, nervous system, and how our organs work, how mind is working, is really amazing. Nobody can do that. If somebody would up to now, but there is nothing. This is one, ownership of creativity, which is belonging to our superpower God, or ourself, we can say. It's very interesting. But the problem with human being is negative thoughts and negative beliefs. And the way parents, teachers, elderlies, how they are programming young guys, young people, from childhood up to whatever. I have patients, they come from UFT. I have doctors, they are coming from big shot hospitals. They are having psychological problems. They are sick. So why, when we go down, they find out, yes, they have gone through severe negative emotional traumas. Still, the kind of fear and worries of failing and losing by any means is there.
Right. Well, I mean, Dr. Rad, I've been to see you myself a number of years ago, and it was pretty incredible experience. And I know that I've heard many of the testimonials of people on the Zelda show, and they may still be on your website, that people, you've helped people overcome incredible problems. So if you're watching the show and anything you've heard rings a bell of familiarity, be sure to give Dr. Rad a call. His number's on the screen, 535-8034. The website, curesallergy.com. Lots of great information on the website. Be sure to give him a call. Thank you very much, Dr. Rad. I appreciate it. We're going to take a very short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Harry Stinson. Hang in there.